Hey, welcome back, Algebra 2 students. Today we're looking at 4.5 Part 1 Exponent Rules Review. So we're going to be reviewing the product rule and the quotient rule. It's something we covered earlier in the year when we were doing polynomials and stuff, but it's a good review, especially heading into the stuff we're going to cover next. These exponent rules apply to those of you especially who are going to move on to calculus because it's assumed that you know these rules and can apply these rules, and it's going to make your life easier once you get there. So if we're looking at the first example, it's asking us to multiply negative 7y to the sixth by negative 3y squared. So what the product rule says is when we're multiplying exponents with the same base, so this same base part is very important, all we have to do is add the exponents. So we're going to take our coefficients, negative 7 and negative 3, multiply those. That's 21. And then we're going to deal with our exponents with the same base because we have y's as our base. And we're just going to add the exponents. So y to the 6th plus 2 is 8. Okay, so same idea for the second one. We have 4w times 2w squared, u to the 9th times 6u to the 5th. So we're going to take all of our coefficients and multiply them. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Then we have w and w squared. So remember, if we don't have an exponent on it, we assume it to be 1. So we're just adding 1 plus 2. So we have w cubed. And then we're looking at our u's now. So 9 plus 5 would be u to the 14th. Okay, so for this one, it's just asking you to order these or put in the correct symbol. So we're looking at greater than, less than, or equal to. So if we're going to do this, we can just multiply these things out. So 2 squared is 4. 4 squared is 16, so 4 times 16 is 64. And then 8 squared is also 64, so this is going to be an equal. 4 squared again is 16. 2 squared is 4, so this is 64 again. Now 2 to the 8th (1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8). All right, we can do that. Or you can do it in your calculator, but this way is fine. So this is going to be 4 times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. So this is 256. And we can definitely see that 64 is less than 256. And then we'll do the last one. So 2 to the 4th is 16, 2, 4, 8, 16, yeah. Times 16 is 256. Now, we know that 2 to the 8th is 256, so 8 to the 8th is something way bigger than that. I'm not going to even multiply it out, but I can do it in the calculator. So 8 to the 8th is 16777,216. So definitely 256 is less than that. Okay, so excuse me, for those ones, you're just going to be multiplying them out and seeing if one side's greater than, less than, or equal to. All right, moving on to quotient rule. So for this one, when we're dividing exponents with same base again, right, we have to subtract the exponents. So we have y to the 5th over y squared is y to the 3rd. 5 minus 2 is 3. On the second one, we're going to try to reduce anything that we have as a coefficient. So 25 and 35 we can divide by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7. So we have 5 on top, 7 on bottom. Actually, let's not do this. Let's do it like this, okay? So 5 over 7. Then we have v squared minus v to the 4th, or divided by v to the 4th, but we're going to subtract our exponents. So we get v to the negative 2. And then w3 minus 3 is 0, so these cancel out. Okay, so when we have a negative exponent, we'll cover this in the next thing, but we already kind of talked about this earlier in the year because this is a review. Whenever we have a negative exponent, it means reciprocal. So we have 5 over 7, and because we're going to reciprocate the negative 2, we just drop it down into our denominator. So this would be the proper form of that. Okay, that's it for today. Hopefully this review helps you to refresh your memory about the exponent rules. Good job.